They say the ocean keeps secrets better than any man. And some of the loneliest secrets were kept in towers, rising high over jagged cliffs, shining light into nothing but blackness. Lighthouses. Most people think of them as romantic, poetic, a symbol of guidance. But behind every beam of light, there was a man. Alone. In silence. With only the sea as his witness. His name was Ellis Whitford, the last lighthouse keeper on Blackpoint Island. The first time Ellis stepped onto the island, it was just past dawn. A rust-covered supply boat had dropped him off with 2 duffel bags, a crate of canned beans, a radio, and a warning. "Don't go wandering," the boatman said. "Fog rolls in fast. And this place, she doesn't like being forgotten." Ellis didn't answer. He just looked up at the lighthouse. White paint peeling. The glass lantern cracked in 2 places. But the light still turned. Still shone. It was 1983. He was 43 years old. And he wouldn't leave the island for the next 12 years. He learned the routine quickly. Wake before sunrise. Wind the mechanism. Check the lamp. Clean the lens. Fill the journal. The journal had been left behind by the previous keeper, a man named Ray Malone. The last entry in Ray's handwriting was dated 3 months before Ellis arrived. Saw something strange again. 2:48 a.m. Thought it was lightning, but sky was clear. Heard humming under the floor. There was no explanation. No follow-up. Just the date, time, and those words. Ray Malone never came back to the mainland. The file said illness, but no one could confirm which kind. Week 1 was quiet. So was week 2. By week 3, Ellis began to feel the silence moving in his bones. It wasn't just quiet. It was heavy. The radio never picked up anyone else. The foghorn went off whether he needed it or not. The kitchen had no clocks. Time dissolved into weather and shadows. On the 27th day, he woke to find the front door unlatched. He always locked it. Always. No signs of entry. No footprints in the sand. But his boots had been turned around. Pointed toward the sea. Ellis started keeping a second journal. One the Coast Guard didn't know about. One he kept under the floorboards near the fuel tank. In it, he wrote, "There's someone else here. I hear breathing that isn't mine. I know what silence sounds like. This isn't it." The lighthouse had no electricity. Just kerosene. At night, shadows stretched farther than the walls allowed. Once, during a storm, the light stopped turning for 11 seconds. He counted every one. After it resumed, he found seaweed inside the lens room. There are no plants that grow on Blackpoint Island. During the rare clear weeks, Ellis would sit outside with binoculars. Stare at the sea. He swore he once saw a figure walking across the water. Not floating. Walking. It vanished in less than 3 seconds. He chalked it up to fatigue, dehydration, or imagination. But the next morning, carved into the wood frame of the window, "You're not imagining me." He didn't tell the Coast Guard. He didn't even write it in the official logs. But he took his boat out 2 days early and left for the mainland. When he returned, the words were gone. But the frame was freshly sanded. Ellis was supposed to be relieved every 3 months. But in winter of 1985, the Coast Guard never sent a replacement. Budget cuts, they said. He was alone on Blackpoint for 5 straight months. That's when the drawings started. The second journal was full of them, faces he didn't recognize. All the same wide eyes. All staring. Some smiling. Some screaming. Some with no mouths at all. When a maintenance team finally arrived, they found Ellis thinner. Pale. His hair longer. Fingernails blackened. He said he was fine. He didn't mention the third journal. The one they never found. There was another keeper, before Ray Malone. Name, John Mercer. Died in 1974. Officially, accidental fall from the lantern room. Unofficially, his body was never found. His journal ends mid-sentence. I hear them singing when the fog comes in. In his 12th year, Ellis stopped writing. The final journal entry was dated August 3, 1995. It's not the light they come for. It's the dark in between. I've seen them now. That same day, The light stopped turning. When a team was dispatched, they found the tower intact. The supply shed locked. The stairs cleaned. But Ellis Whitford? Gone. No sign of a struggle. No note. His boots were found placed perfectly by the lantern room railing, facing the sea. The case remains unsolved. His body was never recovered. Some believe he lost his mind. Others believe something else took him. And those who worked the Blackpoint Light after him refused to stay more than 48 hours. The lighthouse has since been decommissioned. But locals say, some nights, you can still see the light spinning slowly, even though there's no power left inside. And if you listen closely, above the waves and wind, you might hear someone writing, still trying to finish the story. Some stories refuse to stay buried, and some lighthouses refuse to go dark. Thank you for watching The Secret Life of a Lighthouse Keeper. If Ellis Whitford's story left you with questions, theories, or chills, drop your thoughts in the comments. We read every one. Part 2 is coming soon. To make sure you don't miss it, tap subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and share this story with someone who dares to listen. Until next time, stay curious, stay cautious, and if you ever hear writing in the dark, don't answer back.